Morton's neuroma is a common name given to a compression of a nerve into one of the toes that affects a surprising number of military service members and veterans. In this video, I explain what it is, why it often occurs, and how it's treated. My name is Dr. David Geier, orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine specialist, and anti-aging and regenerative medicine expert. I help veterans by writing Nexus letters that argue your orthopedic injuries are connected to your military training and service so you can get the compensation you deserve. Morton's neuroma is a term that describes what we call a compressive neuropathy of one of the interdigital nerves, one of the toes or nerves between a toe of the forefoot. And it's mainly caused by compression and irritation of a specific nerve at the plantar or the sole base of the transverse intermetatarsal ligament, again on the sole of the forefoot. There's other names for it. It's called interdigital neuritis, interdigital neuralgia, interdigital neuroma, interdigital nerve compression syndrome, intermetatarsal neuroma. There's a lot of different terms for it. Morton's neuroma is the common term, and it typically refers to a neuroma between the third and fourth metatarsal heads or the third and fourth toes. That's typically the Morton's neuroma. Now, it's not a true neuroma. There's not necessarily a balled up piece of nerve. It's more of a degenerative condition of the nerve rather than a neoplastic condition. One of the factors or risk factors that has been shown in numerous studies is a lot of walking. Extensive walking tends to be a risk factor, and all that walking leads to this repetitive chronic microtrauma to that intermetatarsal plantar digital nerve as it's compressed between the two metatarsal heads and the MTP joints. It's also been shown to occur at other areas of the deep transverse metatarsal ligament and other soft tissues on the sole of the foot. Other common causes of these Morton's neuromas can be narrow toe box shoes, narrow toe box footwear like military boots, hyperextension of the toes, so women that constantly wear high heel shoes may be more likely to get it. You could have deviation of the toes for some reason that might increase your risk. Could be inflammation of a bursa in that area, thickening of that metatarsal ligament. It can be forefoot trauma, can be high impact sports, and a number of different conditions. It is, as I mentioned, something that typically involves the forefoot, again, the general population, but also athletes and active people. I see it a lot in military service members and veterans. It's a progressive foot pain and discomfort with basically anything you do, not just walking, but sports activities. And again, it's pressure and repetitive irritation of that nerve, sometimes related to trauma, but it's usually overuse. And again, very, very common in members of the military. And it's because a lot of times they're placing their feet and basically the toes in hyperextension. It also is something that can be seen because it's that third interdigital nerve. So it's typically seen in people who wear shoes that aren't designed well for the foot. The military boots are a great example of a constrictive footwear that doesn't move well or is not really biomechanically set up for that hyperextension of the forefoot. That's why with the repetitive walking and the physical activities and a lot of push off in military boots, it does put service members at high risk for these neuromas. Now, if you have ideas for topics for future videos for this channel, I'd love to hear them, whether that's injuries, risk factors, specifics of Nexus letters or DBQs or whatever it is, leave those in the comments below. Also, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you'll be notified when I release a new video. If you're interested in a Nexus letter for your injury or condition, click the link in the description below where you can learn more about working with me and working with my team. We try to make the process as easy, as quick, as simple as we can for you, and I try really hard to write a Nexus letter that gives you the best chance of success in your claim. I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to working with you much more.